Day 2, we're back at Zion National Park. We are waiting in line to get through the gate. We came here a little later today. We're gonna chance it.
Yeah.
Because we wanted sleep.
That was nice.
Today is the day we're gonna do the Narrows.
Our plan.
The plan.
Okay. The best thing we came up with was we were going to try it with our neoprene socks and our tennis shoes and just see if we can, willpower our way through. But if we are genuinely miserable or if it's really slowing us down, like we just can't take it, then rather than quit, then we come into Little Springdale, which is just outside the gate, and we rent some gear. Then go back and keep trying. Like I said, we weren't planning on the Narrows, so we weren't really we didn't have our heart set on it. And so we were kind of missing, motivation, that's a pivotal piece for hiking. So we were afraid we'd give up or really just crave comfort, right? And a lot of people are wearing these waders, but it costs a lot to rent them. We don't want to.
And we've spoken to people who don't rent them and you don't need them. It's just your mentality.
And you've talked to people even with waders who didn't have a great time.
Yeah.
So
why spend the money when you can just be miserable without it?
I don't know. It sounds so the plan is, yes, we try it without. If we absolutely cannot, will not, or we're gonna quit, then let's rent the gear and go back out, because the Narrows is a big deal. Even if we weren't planning on it, it's just as big a deal as Angel's Landing
for a lot of
in
people.
the hiking world.
Yeah.
So just to not do it or to quit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's May. It's not super cold. We'll be fine. It's really, I think it's going to be willpower.
The goal is to make it to Wall Street, and if we can, Big Spring. But we're going to reconsider at Wall Street. Yeah. And that should be a couple hours of hiking.
Yes, it will be. They say Wall Street is the best part. Mm-hmm. So, but Big Spring looks really pretty to us. Yeah. It's like this spring coming out of the canyon, and there's ferns all around it, and it goes down into the river. That looks pretty. But the guy yesterday was saying that wasn't worth it to him. We'll see.
So we'll see what this is all about. But it's time for us to leave for school. Not today. Thank you, Graham.
Carly.
Thank you, Grams. Yeah, I miss you, Carly. And Cheyenne.
Do you need a map?
No, we do not.
Sweet, thank you. Have a good one.
I was totally worried about finding parking, but we found parking.
We walked around yesterday at 8:30.
Yeah.
And there was no parking. So it's just now almost 8.
All right, we're laying out all of our gear. It is time to get ready.
Putting on our neoprene socks. So they're made out of the same stuff a wetsuit is made out of. And it feels like a really weird sock. And it's shaped like a shoe. I don't know, it's still weird. Hopefully they work to keep our feet a little warmer and not get blisters. Because we have West Rim tomorrow, we can't handle blisters today.
Oh, show them off.
Oh, neoprene socks.
All the way to the Narrows. Let's say the Temple of Sinawava. Did I say that?
I think Sinawava.
Sinawava. We're on the way to the Temple of Sinawava.
Hopefully the audio is working. It's inside of a protective bag to waterproof it.
Yeah.
So.
You're kidding.
All right, we do have a pair of climbers on the right side. Take a look. They're way up there. We'll do that tomorrow.
We got our water stop. So the hike starts with a nice little walk, a mile long. Half a mile, quarter mile.
I think it's a mile. It's called Riverside Walk.
And it's a nice, pretty walk. So far, this walk is just amazing. There's all these little springs along the sides and in the rocks. All these little dripping waterfalls, little bits of reeds. This is a very, very scenic walk. And just this pre-walk before the Narrows, I'd say it's worth it, worth the pit stop. Do we make
Get
it?
in.
Here we go.
It's the starting point. No one else is screaming. So it's, I mean, it can't be like Arctic. There's no chunks of ice. I don't know why I don't want cold water so bad.
Maybe this isn't a good idea.
Is it cold? I like that. Awesome, okay. I don't care about my feet wet yet. Oh, I felt it. One half of one of my feet is very cold. Oh, now the bottom of my head is very cold. My feet are cold. I feel it. You can feel it?
Starting to feel it. All right, first few moments of the Narrows. It feels cold. Our feet are wet.
Oh, show how far we've come. Like,
6 feet.
like I was gonna say 8 feet.
You ready to do this? Let's do this.
How
It is
many
now,
miles?
it's almost 10 o'clock. We're 10 minutes away from point of no return.
No.
We made it to our very first beach. There's the beginning over there. This is good. This is good.
Okay, so we don't have to be in the water like the entire time. There are dry patches. You have to cross the water a lot, but
This is neat.
yeah.
All right, we were saying 10 o'clock was our point of no return. It's 10 o'clock. We've barely started, but do we want to turn back?
No,
I think
it's actually fun and it's bearable.
Okay, it's cold. Going up to like, I'm at upper thighs right now. Not yet to my belt line. And it's cold. So it's not going to hurt us. We're not going to get hypothermia. It's not at freezing. You can't see our breath, but the idea of going chest deep or suddenly going swimming height and it's not expected, that'd be a shock. It'd be a total shock. But the views here are amazing. So far, different spots are deeper or shallower. And if you stop and watch somebody else for a minute, you can find a good spot. Like back there. I wanted to go one route, but Chris is like, hey, go that route, you'll stay dry.
Well, sort of dry.
Mostly dry. Very dry compared to the other route. So we've been hiking for about 40 minutes, and we're about to hit our first patch of sunlight. And sunlight sounds very good right now. So the big question is how much farther? And like, we looked at a chart, but we didn't know if it was guesstimating going downstream, upstream. We've gone for about an hour now. It's been wonderful, and I just want to keep going. So we'll see. I think we can do Big Spring today. I hope we can do Big Spring. That would be amazing. All this area behind me is a bunch of scrap wood probably from flash flooding. All right, so we've been told that right past this big rock is a deep spot, but Wall Street is not far past it. So we're getting closer. And I guess that means we're making good time, because we've only been doing this a little over an hour now. We've just been hiking for an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes.
Hey, the Narrows or Riverside Walk?
Since we started, the Narrows.
Okay, because they said an hour and 45 minutes to Wall Street.
Oh,
I think we're kind of on track.
this is good.
Okay, I see the spot you're talking about.
Yeah, I just keep going. It just gets better and better and better and better and better. The views here are amazing. You can go right. Go left. The current really picked up right here.
And it's really cold. Like, I'm adjusting, but my feet still feel it.
Yeah.
But I'm still smiling. And it's still beautiful.
Amazing.
If I fall down, the current will just like
Bring us all the way back.
ruin all my progress.
All right. We started at 10:50. It is now 11:35. So just shy of 2 hours. I'm pretty sure behind me is Wall Street. We won't know for certain until we've hiked up to it. And it's hard to see with the sunlight, but I think we made it. Right now, our feet are cold. Yeah, and I'm gonna take a little break, take off my socks probably. What about you, Krista? You had that spill. Did you fall down the river?
I did fall right after I said that, but I didn't wash away. But now my hands, like I can't feel them, they're so cold, and my feet are also cold. So I'm real clumsy now, even more clumsy, so need to warm up a little bit.
She's actually fairly adventurous. She just won't admit it because this was her idea. Taking a break, letting our feet dry off. They're cold. We're cold right now. So this patch of sunlight should do the trick. We have the cutest little picnic spot. It feels so warm. All right, break is over. We have shoes back on. And now we're gonna keep hiking. Let's see what we find. So we just asked somebody how far away everything is, but they said at Wall Street it's supposed to get chest deep.
We're not doing it. We're not doing that.
We are not doing that. No. I think this is Wall Street, and it is amazing. We turn the corner, it's like, oh wow! It just, seeing how narrow the rocks get, and how close they are on every side, it's just amazing. And it's cool just to be in between it all. it feels so grand, so big. It's so different from Angel's Landing where you can feel like you would fall to your death at any moment. This, it feels like you're in between rock. That way or that way? Whew. All right, we've pushed past Wall Street. There's a beautiful little trickling like waterfall behind us.
A spring coming out of the cliffs.
It's hard for this stuff to come out on video, but this place, we're gonna pivot a little bit. This place is just amazing. Amazing. It's crazy because on a hike like this, you just feel, it doesn't feel dangerous. It feels like all you can think about is just the river, the hike, everything neat God has made. And I don't know, right now, stuck in my head, I have How Great Is Our God stuck in my head. And I haven't listened to it today. It just feels majestic, enchanting. It's nice to know that God's in control and he's firm and he's strong, and no matter how crazy life gets, God is there. And he makes some beautiful stuff. Now, one thing we keep seeing that I don't see at the moment, there's like some little bird, little black bird, looks like a wren, and it will dive in the water. First time we saw it, we were like, oh no, oh wait, it came back out. And I kept doing it a couple times. So hopefully we see it, we'll find out what it is. Hopefully we'll get a little clip of it, but we're looking for this little black wren that likes to go diving. So we just talked to some passerbys. He said you have to hug the wall. If not, it's like chest deep. And I believe him.
Yeah. So they said use your stick and kind of feel your way along, and to make sure you're not going to hit a drop off. We're going to try.
We're going to go for it. Yeah. Do you wait for this person to go by?
Right up there on the right. Don't go right. I just went in that. I just went for a stroke.
Do you want to go first?
I will go first.
You're taller, so you have better.
Alright.
Okay.
I can feel the bottom. Not right there. I can feel the bottom over here.
You good?
Yeah. There's like a drop off like right here.
Okay.
Ledge right there.
Okay.
We did it! We did it! Whew. That was scary. Because like, you couldn't feel the bottom until you slipped off. You had to slip off of the rock first.
And your feet had to kind of just be free for a second. Maybe not even for a second. I mean, you just have to step off before you could feel the ground beneath you.
Yeah. But we did it. And someone just told us that's the worst part.
So hopefully we can make it all the way to Big Springs now.
That'd be great. Let's do it. But we gotta get past this first.
We made it
There it is.
to Big Spring. Like,
We did
as
it.
far as you can go without a permit.
We did it. It is amazing. All right, that was too short, but it's time to head back. If we don't make it back in time, we don't get the bus, and we get like an 8-mile walk, which I don't want on top of all this. So now we're beginning our return trip, and now the current's running with us. So this is gonna be a little different. And now we know, give or take, what we're doing, what to expect. And there's very few people now. So that's interesting. So we're marching back. It is 2:50, so it took us 5 hours, and we took a good amount of break, I feel like, on the way. So we expect it'll take us 4 hours to get back.
That part, how do you explain it? That one part in the river with the rocks and the wall like almost like touches and it kind of like curves in a little bit, and you hit this like sandy patch underwater, right? And so
The next stop will be
it's water from wall to wall, about knee deep, but it's just sand, and so it's easy. You don't feel like you're gonna like die or trip or like get washed downstream, and you actually have time to like walk and look up and soak it up.
is an area
And so
stop across from
that is my
California
favorite part.
corridor. These are
There was one point in Wall Street, the part I'm describing, a raven flew down along the water, and so like you just kind of like look up and like there's a raven flying, and I mean, we saw that a couple times, but that was just really really cool to see. I like her.
big birds
How about you?
that have a wingspan of up to 9.5
I like Big Spring.
feet.
I like
They
Big Spring.
fly at the tops of these canyons here.
And then the same point you're describing was very sick.
I like that.
All right, we made it back. Everyone sit down and get them shoes off. I'll grab you your shoes. All you gotta do is sit now. I'm not gonna wear this. Just throw them to the ground, I got it.
There's like a lot of rocks in here. It's funny because like
Wow.
if these like rocks were in my shoe normally,
Yeah.
it would be no tolerating it and like barely feel it. Okay. I'm scared to look. I'm scared of them being like scary, deathly pruny. How do they look?
They're still there. They don't
They're
look
still
bad.
They don't.
Oh, wow.
That's not bad. Okay. Whew.
All right. All right, so we found a pretty well-reviewed pizza place. It's gonna be a little bit of a wait. They'll text us when it's ready. In the meantime, they recommended us an ice cream joint. We're gonna try it out while we wait. It is delicious. Delicious.
Your food is delicious. Here's your fork back.
This is my last video for the day. It's been a great day. This meal is worth it.
It was very good. Well earned. Oh, this is gonna be a funny one. I don't know if it'll be any good. Okay, come in for a kiss.